What's happening, folks? Gerald here, aka JFro90, continuing on with 60s Night, and gonna do one of my favorite groups of all time. See, I'm learning about the Beatles, but a group I would say is the female equivalent to the Beatles, I already know pretty darn well, but I haven't seen everything that they've ever done, and that is the Supremes. That is the Supremes. And this especially that I'm doing tonight is their performance of My World is Empty Without You on Ed Sullivan. I've never seen this performance. I'm very excited. Diana Ross is one of my favorite performers and musicians, and the Supremes is one of, if not the, they're one of my favorite girl groups of all time, but they are also arguably the best girl group of all time. This is one of the ones where if you say they're the best to ever do it, I have to agree. I have a favorite girl group that I put a little bit above them, but they're not the Supremes, and they're modeled after the Supremes. So I would never argue anyone that. So, the Supremes are the blueprint of what all girl groups afterwards came to be. So, let's get to it. I am excited. I love seeing new things, discovering things from artists I love that I've never seen before. So, let's get to it. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Let's get to it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the delightful Copacabana headliners.
Copacabana.
So let's hear it.
Oh, they picked up the tempo. They clapping. Look at Florence. Look at Mary. Rest in peace, Mary Wilson. Okay, Diana. You can hear Florence so clear. Hang on, let me rewind that. I'm just talking and stuff. But I have a bias towards the Supremes when Florence was in it, because to me, vocally, while Diana was in it, and I love Cindy too. Not to discredit Cindy or anything, but they were more of a dynamic group when you have Florence's voice, which is so. Florence's voice had such a personality. Diana's voice has such a personality. Mary's voice to me was a smooth middle. And you have Florence, Mary in the middle, and then Diana. And the three of those together made a fantastic harmony where you can hear all three easily. It's not that Cindy didn't have a distinctive voice, but it just wasn't as distinctive as Florence's. I don't think. No, in other lineups of the Supremes later in the 70s, then you had other great versions of the three, but when they lost Florence, they lost a real factor in what made them a great group in my mind. And to me, when they lost Florence, it makes sense that the difference would be they're no longer the Supremes, they're more Diana Ross and the Supremes, because it then became more around Diana's voice. Even though at this point, arguably, because this is towards the end of Florence's tenure with the group, it was starting to move that way. You couldn't hide Florence. You couldn't hide Florence's voice. You hear that? You hear that? Let me rewind it just a little bit more. And I'm telling you, the greatness of Florence's voice is you can hear it so clearly. And Mary's voice was just also very full, it had a great tone to it. So it complemented both Diana and Florence's unique tones. So this was a special trio here. And yeah, I'm a quiet really enjoyed this, but then they look so well. It's the Supremes, of course they're gonna look so good. The wigs is right, the dresses is dressing, so continuing. Oh, break it down. Okay. Oh man, moving. Okay. Oh, sounds so good. Carry on. My one is empty. Uh, okay. They killing these moves. They're phenomenal. They were phenomenal.
Mighty, mighty fine.
Indeed.
Really fine. No shade. I'm
Ah!
working the monitor, Jerry. Color those. The shade comes over just beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you for being on our show.
Thank you.
I get a kick out of too just seeing Florence be Florence. Like, oh man, that was great. And here, that was me taking a chance. That, oh, I'd never seen this performance before. Let me watch. And that now might be one of my favorite Supreme performances ever. And I don't know, I've seen a lot, but it's like that was so good. And I love for the Ed Sullivan Show. I think that they've newly released the audio from these live recordings on Spotify, so that's going on a playlist. I don't think I have that one on the play. I'm positive I don't, because I've never seen this performance. I've never heard this performance, so this is great, man. Whew, and you guys are great. All this yammering. Notice my hair fit in. My hair fit in perfectly. You know, then the 60, the hair is popping. My hair is popping too. Absolutely. My little pompadour, the pomp is popping. My pomp is pumping, so my pomp is popping, so you know. The hair was popping back then. The hair, it wasn't enough to look good. The hair had to pop. See how Diana's hair popped? See how Florence's hair popped? Mary's hair popped, you know. Love it, love it. Well, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Any more Supremes reactions you'd like to see, that can be left in the comments. Those, and for songs and performances I've seen before, that will probably be more like commentaries, because you know I've seen them before. But what's great is, you know, we can talk about the greatness that I know of the songs or of the lineup, or I have a lot of nostalgia for the Supremes. I think I got into them when I was like 8, 9 years old, so yeah. They go back for me. Follow me on any social medias. That's all in the description below. And be safe out there and take care of yourselves and each other.
I can deal with everything that I want.